Hey, welcome to the red room, huh? Welcome to the red room. To red light, green light, cold red terror. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it. Tune in, don't forget it. Every Friday, 10 o'clock p.m. Jam-packed with celebrities. Red carpet interviews. New talent coming up. New news. Never snooze, never lose. You choose. Never snooze, never lose. You choose. Welcome to the red room tonight. Welcome to the red room, huh? Welcome to the red room. To red light, green light, cold red terror. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it. Tune in, don't forget it. Every Friday, 10 o'clock p.m.
Welcome to the Red Room tonight. I'm your host, Tonia Grady, aka Grady Girl. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. I am on location here in Chicago. What's up, Showtime? You know I'm always working, but I still always bring you the best interviews, and I have a great one for you today. This show is laced with a new comedy series called Work in Progress. It's a Showtime comedy series, and it's starring Abby McEnany, and one of the executive producers on the show is Lilly Wachowski. And we also have Ingram. She is a producer on the show as well. So we're going to get some behind the scenes footage. We're also going to get some tidbits. They're going to spill the tea a little bit and let us know what we can expect in this new comedy series. So don't you go anywhere, because the Red Room tonight starts now.
My life is harder than anybody else's.
I have one of the producers here. Her name is Ingram, and she is going to give us some behind the scenes information, just a little bit of stuff of what's going on this Showtime show called Work in Progress. So
yes,
thank you for being on the Red Room.
Thanks for having me.
Oh wow, definitely want to have you here. Tell us about this new show, Work in Progress.
It is a half-hour comedy, and it's featuring Abby McEnany, and it is a story about a self-proclaimed fat queer dyke, and she falls in love with the millennial trans man, and we see this relationship progress and the evolution of a different relationship. Also, this show is about highlighting a vantage point in a community that has not been properly represented in the media, and to just bring awareness to the non-gender conforming, non-binary community that we have. And we're all human, and there are no this and that or they or thems, or no separations. Like, everybody's free to be themselves, everybody should be themselves, and no one should have a problem with it. And I think that this show will definitely be a conversation starter and an eye-opener for everyone.
Yeah, I think it will be, because it's been an eye-opener for me.
Yeah.
And it's a learning curve.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we all need. We need to be taught, what
properly educated.
Yeah. That's a better way to say it. Yeah. And I think that it will be well received. Do you think?
I absolutely think it will be well received. This is a vantage point and a voice that has not been seen on TV. It's very real and raw, and it's not your glamorized show about the LGBTQ community. And I think that Abby will resonate with a lot of people, and not just Abby, but the people that surround her. I think that there's a character in the show that everyone will be able to identify with on some level.
The reason I think it's going to be a sleeper hit is because Abby is infectious.
Yeah.
She really is. Even, around set, but even when she's in her role, it's just something about her. It's a light inside of her.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, everybody loves Abby. I love Abby. She's just a great person to be around, such a positive energy, and, definitely the glass is half full type person. And she's just a lovely person to be around, both on and off camera. And I think that will come through in the series,
Yeah.
and people will identify and relate and love Abby.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they will identify with her and just want to rally around her.
Absolutely.
And I think the show, this is my prediction, and I told Abby this, and she was like,
Okay.
for real? I said, I think it's going to be a sleeper hit.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't think people, you know how you have those shows that are good and they got the good ratings, and then sometime it's just a boom. It's like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
It's just a runaway hit, and I think this is going to be a runaway hit. I really do.
Thank
And
you.
Abby's laugh. Let's just talk about her laugh.
gosh.
In general. Every time she laughs, I laugh.
Yeah, you have to. You can't. You cannot.
You cannot laugh.
It's infectious. It's contagious.
Wow. Well, tell me about some of the real issues that they get into, because I know you're going to tackle some things that you want to deal with and put on the table for America to discuss.
Yeah, so it deals with mental health and self-identification and just not being conformed to a box and having to fit into girl or boy, male or female. It's the non-gender, non-binary, conforming trans community exists, and it's time that people are properly educated, and I think this show will bring to light, or at least start the conversation.
Yes, I think
about
it'll start the conversation.
Inclusion and acceptance, and just fairness and equality for everybody.
Exactly. So I think it'll be an eye-opener and an education for everybody, which is good. But I also wanted to interview you because one of the things that I saw working on this show is that we had a black producer. Yay! That's something that we don't
Person of
see
color.
all the time. Exactly,
Yeah.
a little color. And I, approached you about that, and I wanted to congratulate you, and
Thank
I wanted
you.
to say, I see you, sister, because
Thank you.
I don't see my color in those roles above the line. So when you do get to, see somebody every day who looks like you, you feel like there's hope for me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's been, I've been blessed and fortunate to have worked with and worked on some very good projects, and I think that I just have an approach where I see a good project, I put myself into it. I'm not I only do this type of job, or I'm only paid to do this. Like, I give myself to all of my projects, and thankfully that's carried through. I just operate with the respect and treat everybody with fairness and equality. Nobody is better than the other person, and it translates. And also knowing how to do the job helps.
Exactly.
So, you put that together. You're good at what you do. You're kind. You're respectful, and that will get you a lot farther than just knowing who you know, and
Exactly.
a lot of the ways that people get in. Like, I worked hard to be here, and
Yes.
I'm celebrating the fact that I'm here.
Yeah, I'm celebrating it too, and that's why I wanted you on the show, because there are other black women and young girls coming up, and it's imperative that they see
Absolutely.
someone who looks
Yeah.
like them in
Yeah.
a role of power.
Yeah, and they're, the Shonda Rhimes and the Ava DuVerneys of the world, and the Oprahs. Those are my role models. Like, I grew up with and on Oprah, so
Yes,
it's,
Oprah is
for me,
the
it's
GOAT.
always been like, if she can do it, she looks just like me. She had humble beginnings, and she worked hard and built an empire, and
Yes.
it's possible.
It's so possible. So to all of us black women who are out there, writers, directors, producers, there's hope. And we're going to keep on pushing. I want to say thank you to JJ
you.
because we are shooting right now, and she took time out to sit down and do this interview. So I appreciate you, sister.
Thank
and
you for having me.
And
Yeah.
continue success.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Welcome to the Red Room tonight. Welcome to the Red Room, huh? Welcome to the Red Room. Red light, green light, cold red terror. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it.
Hello, welcome back to the Red Room tonight. I'm your host, Tonia Grady, aka Grady Girl, and I am behind the scenes of Showtime's new comedy series, Work in Progress. And I have a surprise for you guys. I have the interview with the executive producer, Lilly Wachowski. Yay! Welcome to the Red Room tonight.
Thanks.
How are you?
I'm okay. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. I've had the great pleasure of working on the show
Yes.
and seeing your genius in motion, because I'm paying attention. I'm trying to learn.
Oh, well, how's it going?
I'm learning.
Good.
I'm learning because
Good.
you are famous definitely for The Matrix.
Yes.
And Sense8 and
Yes.
a number of things, but The Matrix is one that people really like. I think that puts you guys like really on top.
Well, I'm getting old, Tonya, so maybe I was on top for a while, but it's time to let, fresh young filmmakers like yourself
Oh, how
to,
nice.
have their voice. And
Yes.
so
Yes.
here I am, and as an executive producer, sort of, trying to help bring in those new voices with Tim and Abby, and
Yes.
especially Abby, because I don't think you see anybody like that on
No.
television.
No, I haven't seen a character like that.
Yes.
So I think that this is going to be a hit because I'm here, I get to see it all unfold, and
Yeah.
it's really funny and it's quirky, and I haven't seen this before. It's fresh.
Yeah.
It's really fresh.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell
I
me,
think
how
so,
did all
too.
of this get started? Whose idea was work in progress, and how did you get involved?
The pilot was created by Tim Mason and Abby McEnany. It's based on Abby's life and Abby's writings. She has written extensively and done a huge array of one-woman shows.
Whose idea was work in progress, and how did you get involved?
Abby and Tim came out of Second City together, and they had worked together in the past, and Tim was like, we should do something together, and so they chose some of Abby's writings to base their story on, and so they created this pilot, and the pilot sort of was floating around in the ether. I had known Abby before that. And somehow the pilot came to me and through my agency, and they were like, do you want to work on this? And I said, if Abby and Tim want me to join in, I'd be thrilled. And that's how I got here.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice, wow. So when you had the pilot out there, did you really think that Showtime would snap it up? Because I heard that it was really quick, like they snapped it up.
Well, I came involved after the pilot got made.
Oh, after,
and,
okay.
they went to Sundance, and that's when,
Featured it there,
yes,
yeah.
and then that's when I sort of came on board. My name was attached to it at that time as a potential producer.
Okay.
And they came out of Showtime, and they had gotten a lot of, there was a lot of word of mouth and strong word of mouth and buzz, as they say.
Yes, but
And
like I like to say, the word on the curb is
yes,
this is going to be
exactly. And
Wow.
and then we went out and pitched it, and Showtime was one of the companies that had the greatest enthusiasm for it, and so we jumped at the chance to work with them.
Okay. So, Lilly, what is the message that you want this half an hour comedy series to project? What do you want people to know, or what message are you trying to put out?
The messages are, diversity of voices, inclusivity, tolerance. We have to learn how to talk to each other better.
Yes.
We have to learn how to listen to each other.
Yes.
We don't, we've taken so many steps backwards, it feels like, in the last few years, or not just in this country, but I think like around the world. You see this, conservative, radical right uprising that's just, I think we need to do away with that kind of mentality. We're all in this as a collective.
Yes, we're all in it together.
Yeah. So,
and we have to realize that.
yes.
It is one pot, and we're all in this one
Yes.
pot. Period.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah.
So,
I know it's a lot that needs to be done, and with the LGBT community, LGBTQ community, I think that it's like high time for a show like Work in Progress.
yes.
That's a teaching show, and you can get a lot of information, because that's what I think a lot of people are misinformed or don't want to be informed. I don't know what it is, but I think that it's time for people
Yes.
to see, you know, this type of show, and with Abby at the helm, you know, being the star, I think she's infectious.
Yes,
I
me
think
too.
a lot of people are gonna fall in love with her.
I think she's a genius.
Yeah, yeah.
She's a wonderful human and has got an amazing heart. And I can't wait for people to, you know, experience just a little bit of what I know of Abby as a human being. So,
Okay. Look, and this would be nice if I get the exclusive on this, guys. I hear that The Matrix is going to be like coming again, and it's already, I heard that it's already in motion.
Yeah,
it's going to be shot in LA.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not a part of it.
Oh, you're not about, okay. All right, okay. So, but you know what? That's okay. You're a part of this.
Yes.
This is big. Any other projects you got coming up?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I want to say to you that I know you're a big star, especially here in Chicago, because we were filming, and this lady, she walked by, and I said, why is she taking a picture of the building? She was standing there snapping pictures. I said, why is she taking pictures of the building? And she was like, Lily's sitting right there. She's right there. And I was like, oh, okay, because you were inside, and I couldn't see you, and she's taking pictures of the building. I'm like, what is she doing? But
I don't know what she's doing.
well, look, people love you, and I think that you are a inspiration, you know.
Thanks, Tonya. So are you.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to do my little part.
I've heard you've interviewed the best of the best.
Yes, yes, but I'm happy to have
I'm
you
happy
here.
to be part of that lexicon.
Thank you so much. I just want to say to you, you know, keep your light shining and keep fighting the good fight.
Thanks.
Really.
I'm trying.
I think you're doing an excellent job, and sometimes, you know, you may not feel it, but when you're looking outside of it, I just, all I can say is wow. Like, I'm so impressed, and I'm just rooting for the show. I'm rooting for you, and things are going to get better. We're going to keep
Thanks.
pushing.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're going to keep pushing. That's
Amen.
right. Okay, I just want to say this one thing. Is there anything else about the show? Can you give us a tidbit? Could you drop a little bit of something? What can we expect with the show?
Wow. That's a very broad question.
Yeah, just a little something. I would like to give my fans a little something.
There's a magical guest appearance in episode 3. We've got a good guest star appearance. And here's one kind of good factoid.
Okay.
I heard from our post-production supervisor, told us that this show will be the first show that has been written in Chicago, starring all local Chicago people,
Wow.
shot entirely in Chicago, and posted entirely in Chicago to delivery. It's the first TV show to have ever done that. Mainstream TV
That's
show.
a big feat.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
See, that's a tidbit.
Yes.
Yes, that's amazing.
So, you know,
Wow.
trying to put Chicago to the front of the line.
It's moving quickly.
Yes.
It's a lot of work here. That's why, because
Yeah.
I'm a New Yorker, but I have to come to Chicago for work, you know?
Well.
And it's a beautiful city. I do have a problem with the racial divide.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this because I've already put it out on the internet. My car got shot up the other day.
No way.
Yes. And I'm from Brooklyn, and I've been around all kind of bullets and everything else.
Yes.
I've never, this was something different for me, and I'm shook and I shouldn't be shook because I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But it's different. I never had my car shot up. I have 3 bullets in my car.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, this just got real because I'm in Chicago, and you hear about all of the things that happen here, but now I'm a part of it. I'm a part of a police investigation now.
Yeah. Wow. That's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chicago. It's got a lot of work to do too. Like everywhere.
Everywhere.
At least in Chicago, it's like we see how present that racial divide is, and so it's like it makes us try and focus on it.
Focus on it. Yes. Well, I know you got to go. Right now, we are still shooting, and Lilly took time out of her schedule to sit down with me and give us a little tidbit about the show. And I want to thank you so much for being in the Red Room, and continued success to you.
Thanks, Tonia.
Thank you. After this interview, I got an email from Lilly Wachowski. She was not satisfied with her answer, or her response, I should say, to me talking about Chicago's racial divide, and also telling her about my car getting shot up in Chicago. She felt like it made her come off as if she didn't care, and that it was a little insensitive. So she wanted me to add an addendum to the interview. So please check out the addendum that's next. I was trying to make the point that when you brought up your surprise at the segregation in Chicago, that in a way it was important that even here, in what is largely considered the seat of Black political power in this country, the legacy of white supremacy is ubiquitous. Chicago's grotesque history of redlining and its cordoning off of Black citizens is sewn into the fabric of how our city populates itself to this very day. White people need to understand their complicity in the horror of white supremacy and the segregation. Here is a crystal clear example for white people who naively believe we have overcome our racist history and need to have our noses rubbed in the stench of our wrongdoing. I do not think that other cities like New York or San Francisco are less racist than Chicago. White supremacy unfortunately thrives everywhere. It is insidious in its infinity of traces. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
Ooh. I killed my therapist! Oh, come on, man. That was so mean even for you.
Welcome to the Red Room. Red light, green light, cold red terror. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it. Tune in. Don't forget it. Every Friday, 10 o'clock p.m.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the show because that's all I got for you. You know, we don't have that much time. I tried to squeeze in as much as possible. Please go out and support this show. Work in Progress will premiere December 8th on Showtime. So please support this show. We want it to be successful and we want it to have a full life. I'm thinking maybe 10 seasons. I'm hopeful in that. I love the show and I love Abby and I'm wishing them all the best. Thank you for tuning in and don't forget to tell a friend about the Red Room Tonight. Go to our website, redroomtonight.com, and you can also catch me on my YouTube channel, which is simply GradygirlTV. So this is Tonia Grady, aka Grady Girl, sigging out. I'll see you next time in the Red Room Tonight.
Welcome to the Red Room tonight. Welcome to the Red Room, huh? Welcome to the Red Room tonight. Welcome to the Red Room, huh? Welcome to the Red Room. Red light, green light, cold red terror. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I meant it. Tune in. Don't forget it. Every Friday, 10 o'clock p.m. Jam-packed with celebrities. Red carpet interviews. New talent coming up. New news. Never snooze, never lose. You choose. Never snooze, never lose. You choose.
Ready, girl. Ready, girl.